Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first video. I just want to start out by saying I'm not putting out my story for sympathy. I actually don't like to be treated different just because I'm sick. I have to remind my mother not to do that because she tends to do it a lot. But I just want to share my story and maybe do some videos on dialysis and stuff like that, because there's not a lot of things out there to look at, which is very upsetting. I didn't realize that. But yeah, so let's start from the beginning. So green tea with pomegranate tea. But so from my first day, I remember the first day I realized something was wrong, but there was a lot of coincidences to where it just seemed like coincidences. I got the butterfly scars around my mouth. I did get those, but I had a boyfriend at that time that I didn't fully trust him, so I had thought that he had given me those. Which is not nice to say, but I thought maybe he was kissing other girls or something, because he was very flirtatious and I didn't really like that. But there was that, so that was one of the first things. Another thing was that my eyes got really swollen, but I used to cry a lot because, again, my boyfriend got kicked out of his house and I was worried about what would happen to him, so I was crying, so my eyes got swollen. But I thought it was because of the crying, but I think the crying just set it off to where you could see it, that I am getting swollen, that I have extra fluid inside of my body. So there was just coincidences that I thought there was an explanation for it besides a disease. Because, you know, as a person, you never think it can happen to you, you know? You just feel indestructible. Like, I still feel indestructible and I don't have kidneys. But so I feel like that's how people's mindsets usually are, and that's how mine was. So I didn't think it was something drastic. I just thought it was something, you know, here's some pills, you'll be better in a week kind of thing, you know? But obviously that's not the case. So my parents took me to the doctor. They told me I had kidney failure. When the doctor told me I had kidney failure, I kind of figured it was kidney failure because I looked up. I had really foamy urine when I would go to the bathroom. Now, for men, I've realized that it's normal for men to have foamy pee because they pee standing up, but girls don't have foamy pee because they sit down when they pee, you know. So for me, that was weird when I saw all the foam in my urine, and when I looked it up, it only said kidney failure. So I assumed that's what it was, and I think that's why when the doctor said it, I didn't really react. I was just like, oh, okay. And then they sent me to Loma Linda, and Loma Linda, they were trying to figure out what happened because I don't drink or anything, so they couldn't figure out exactly why my kidneys had failed. But after a week, they realized I had lupus, and the lupus has caused my kidney failure, which was upsetting. But I'm always like a glass half full kind of person. So for me, the way I saw it is my lupus could have taken anything. You know, it could have taken my brain, it could have taken my eyes, it could have taken anything, but it took my kidneys, and my kidneys can be treated. I can do dialysis, I can get a kidney, and I can be a normal person still, you know, but not, obviously not completely normal, but I would try my best, you know. So I was like somewhat grateful because my mom was like in distraught, you know, because she feeds us very well. She's always made sure that we ate healthy, we drink enough water, we don't drink a lot of sugars. Like she's very health conscious, and so is my father. Like he's just a veggie dude kind of thing, and my mom's into meat. So it's like we always had that balance. So when I got sick, my mom kind of broke down about the whole thing. But I feel like because she broke down, it made me calm somehow. I don't know why, but that's how that happened. It made me calm so that she wouldn't freak out more, you know, because I don't like seeing her freak out. So the first catheter they put inside of me was called a femoral catheter placement. Now, I'm gonna put a little picture right here. But with this picture, it'll show you the exit site, the venous and arterial. Now, I know these words are just blah, blah, blah. So the arterial is where your blood comes out, and the venous is where your blood goes inside. So when they're doing the dialysis on you, right when the blood comes out, it goes into a machine that cleans your blood, and it goes back in through the venous line. Now, with this catheter, it is placed inside your inner thigh. So it's very close to your groin, so it's not good for long term because, you know, sanitary reasons. I don't even know if that's a word, sanitary. Sanitary reasons. But because of sanitary reasons, it's only like if you're acute, they're gonna do this just to dialyze you a little bit to make sure you're okay, and then once your kidneys are fine, they'll probably disconnect you. I don't know if that's what they really do, but that's what I'm assuming because I only had that catheter for a month, and after that catheter, I received the catheter that is connected to your heart. Now, with these catheters, they can only be placed in so many places because you need to have, it has to be placed where there's high blood flow that can be used for hemodialysis. So the one connected to the heart has good blood flow, but it can be damaging to the heart. Now, when I was in Loma Linda, they put this one, and the scar is right here, you see, and there's more scars here. I don't know, my camera's not that well, but see this bump I got from the catheter as well. I don't know why, honestly, but that's what happened to me, you know. And it looks like a tiny belly button on my chest. But so that catheter, you're not supposed to have that long either. I had it pretty long though, because when they were gonna change my catheter, I was in Loma Linda, but I got transferred to a different dialysis so that it would be closer to me because I live too far from Loma Linda to be traveling 3 times a week to Loma Linda. So I got transferred somewhere closer to my house so that it was only a 20-minute drive instead of, you know, hours. But so that kind of like, you know, fell through, and we didn't really speak of it. They wanted me to do peritoneal dialysis, but I didn't want to do it for juvenile reasons. Like, I want to wear my bikini. I wanted to be able to, you know, look nice. And with PD, you have water inside your abdomen, which makes you look pretty pregnant. And so I didn't want it. So I tried for the fistula, but this is why I got mad, because they checked my veins. I have pretty thick veins. I don't know if you could see them. No, you can't see it, but I have pretty thick veins. Like, you could see them and they're like, you can see them like pretty thick, you know, like that thick. So when people take blood, like, everyone tells me, oh, you have good veins, blah, blah, blah. So when I was trying to get the fistula, everyone was telling me that, oh, you'll be fine, you have good veins, blah, blah, all this stuff. But so they did the operation, and that operation, I think I have a picture, I'll probably put it right here, but that operation made my arm look horrible, and it was very annoying because it didn't work. And the reason my fistula didn't work is because my arteries were too small. They failed to check my arteries. They only checked the veins. And you have to connect a vein to an artery to make a pretty thick, you know, vein, so that there's a high blood flow for hemo, which is necessary to do the dialysis. So my veins, my arteries are too small, but my veins are perfect. But so they wanted to do it again, and I was just like, you know what? No, you guys should have checked that before we did the procedure, and you didn't. So I'm just gonna do PD. Now, PD, I'm really glad I didn't stick with the fistula, because PD is it makes me feel normal. I don't go to the clinic at all unless needed, and once a month, just so the doctor can check that I'm fine and I'm taking my pills. And you have to be responsible for yourself to do PD though. So that's one thing, because with PD you do your own dialysis, you make sure you take your pills, you know. When you go into hemo, the nurses are making sure you're doing that. But when you're home, you have to make sure that you're doing it. So, and you have to be clean, and you know, it comes with a lot of responsibility, but at the end of the day, it's way better because you're not spending 3 to 5 hours inside of a clinic sitting there watching shows that you don't even care about, you know, like, I don't know, that's how I felt. But I was on hemo for 3 years, I think. Yeah, I think it was 3 years that I was on hemo, and then I switched to PD. The surgery was pretty painful because it's on your stomach. I still have scars from it, and I'll be doing more videos to show more stuff. Like, I'll do a video for the machine, I'll do a video for, you know, meals I eat every day. I'll do videos for, if you need a video, just let me know, I'll do it. I've been on PD for, I think, 3 years too. So I've been doing dialysis for, it's gonna be 7 years. I'm currently on transplant list, on the Loma transplant list. I'm a little terrified for the transplant, like, because with transplant, okay, that's a different video. Oof. But that's my story, and I really hope this somehow helps somebody. And if you guys want to leave comments below, I will respond. And if you need a video for something, if you need me to explain something, I will gladly do so, because I am planning to do a bunch of videos for this, because there isn't that much information on the internet for some reason, and this is very important. There's a lot of things you need to know when it comes to your kidneys. Like, it's very important. And so that's why I'm doing this. And yeah, Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Comment below for questions and information and future videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.